Welcome to Morocco. Hello everybody. Did you know that in Morocco they have goats that climb trees? I'm serious. They climb argan trees to eat the fruit. And get this, a university in Fez is one of the oldest in the world, founded by a woman. Also, the liver, not the heart, is considered the symbol of love here. Isn't that fantastic? This country is just bursting with these wonderful, quirky, beautiful little details. Morocco is a land woven with threads of magic and beauty, a place that truly awakens all your senses. The vibrant colors, the incredible smells of spices and tagine cooking in the street, the sounds of the call to prayer echoing through ancient medinas. It's a symphony for the soul. I get it though. When you look at a map of Morocco, it's a little daunting. Where do you even begin? You have the vast Sahara Desert, the towering Atlas Mountains, bustling imperial cities, and sleepy blue towns. It can feel overwhelming, like looking at a menu with 1,000 delicious things, and you can only pick a few. But don't you worry about a thing. That's why I'm here. I'm going to be your friendly guide, your food taster-in-chief, and your partner in adventure. We're going to explore this incredible country together, from the world-famous spots to the little hidden corners that only the locals know about. We're going to eat everything, see everything, and meet the most wonderful people along the way. We'll journey from the endless dunes of the Sahara to the labyrinthine streets of ancient Fez. We'll find out why one city is painted entirely in blue and discover a fortified village that has starred in more movies than some Hollywood actors. I promise you a journey filled with breathtaking sights, unforgettable flavors, and the kind of human connection that makes travel so special. So come on. If you're excited to discover hidden gems and unique cultures, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Okay, let's just start with how incredible this place is. Morocco isn't just a country, it's a storybook that's been written over thousands of years. You have influences from the indigenous Berber people, from the Arabs, from Andalusia in Spain, from the French. It's a beautiful melting pot of cultures, and you can see it and taste it everywhere. It's like the whole world decided to have a party right here, and the party is still going. Everyone brought their best dish, their best music, and their best stories, and it all just works. It's a beautiful, harmonious, delicious chaos. And the food, oh the food. I could do a whole series just on the food. You have the tagine, this slow-cooked stew that's cooked in a conical clay pot. The way the steam circulates inside, it makes the meat and vegetables so tender, so flavorful. It's culinary genius. Then there's pastilla, a savory and sweet pie that's just a flavor explosion. It's got shredded chicken or pigeon, almonds, cinnamon, sugar, all wrapped in this flaky pastry. It sounds crazy, but trust me, it's one of the most delicious things you will ever put in your mouth. It's a hug in food form. Then you have places like Chefchaouen. Why is it blue? I asked. Some say it was painted by Jewish refugees in the 1930s to symbolize the sky and heaven. Others say it's to keep the mosquitoes away. Whatever the reason, walking through its streets feels like you're swimming in a calm blue ocean. And everywhere you go, people offer you mint tea. It's not just a drink, it's a ritual. It's a gesture of hospitality, of friendship, a little sweetness, a little minty freshness. It's the perfect welcome. I think I've had about 12 cups today, and I'm ready for 12 more. And the architecture? My goodness. The intricate tile work, called zellage, the carved wooden ceilings, the grand arches. Every doorway, every courtyard is a work of art. It tells you that beauty is important here, that it should be part of everyday life. You see it in the mosques, the palaces, and even in the riads, the traditional homes. And this is all built on the foundation of the Berber culture, the original inhabitants of North Africa. They are the heart and soul of this land, with their own language, music, and traditions that are thousands of years old. Their warmth is as vast as the desert itself. And yes, I have to come back to the tree-climbing goats. You think I'm kidding? Look, they're really up there. It's one of the most wonderfully bizarre and beautiful things I've ever seen. It's nature's little joke. And if that's not magical enough for you, people have even seen snow in the Sahara Desert. Snow on the sand dunes. Morocco is a land of beautiful contradictions, a place that constantly surprises you. It's a testament to the fact that the world is full of wonder. You just have to go out and find it. Or in this case, look up in a tree. There are few places on earth that feel as epic as the Sahara Desert. Standing here, you feel small, in a good way. The sheer vastness of it, the endless sea of sand, it puts everything into perspective. It's so quiet. The silence is a character all its own. During the day, the sun is powerful, a reminder of nature's raw energy. But as the sun begins to set, the whole world changes. The heat softens, and the colors, oh, the colors are something you just have to see for yourself. The sky turns into a painting of orange, pink, and purple. For centuries, this wasn't an empty space. It was a highway. Great caravans of camels would travel these routes, carrying salt, gold, spices, and stories between ancient kingdoms. You can almost feel the ghosts of those journeys in the air. Today, the desert is home to nomadic tribes, people who have lived in harmony with this extreme environment for generations. Their resilience and their deep connection to the land are truly inspiring. They understand the desert's rhythms, its secrets, and its moods in a way that's almost mystical. And of course, you can't come to the Sahara and not ride a camel. It's the official vehicle of the desert. It's a bit bumpy, a bit goofy, but as you sway back and forth, climbing over these giant mountains of sand, you feel like a real explorer, like Lawrence of Arabia. My camel's name is Charlie. He's a good guy, a little grumpy in the mornings, but who isn't? We're bonding. The dunes here, especially at Erg Chebi, are just monumental. They're like soft golden skyscrapers sculpted by the wind. The real magic for me happens when the sun finally disappears. We're heading to a Berber camp for the night, a little oasis of hospitality in the middle of nowhere. The smell of dinner cooking over an open fire, the sound of traditional music starting up, it's just perfect. You sit around the fire, wrapped in a blanket, sharing stories with new friends from all over the world, and with your Berber hosts, who treat you like family they've known forever. It's this simple, human connection that makes the experience so rich. And then, you look up. I've never seen a sky like this. With no city lights for hundreds of miles, the stars are unbelievable. It's not just a sprinkle of stars, it's a thick, shimmering blanket of light. You can see the Milky Way so clearly it looks like a cloud. You just lie back on the sand, which is still warm from the day's sun, and you get lost in the cosmos. It's a moment of pure peace, of pure wonder. This is what travel is all about, finding these moments that take your breath away and fill your heart right up. If the Sahara is about silence and space, Marrakech is the exact opposite. It's a city that's alive, it's buzzing, it's a full-on sensory experience from the moment you arrive. The heart of it all is the Jama El Fna Square. By day, it's a sprawling market with snake charmers, henna artists, and fresh orange juice stands. But at night, it transforms into the world's greatest outdoor restaurant and theater. Food stalls pop up everywhere. Smoke billows into the air, carrying the most incredible smells, and storytellers and musicians captivate crowds. It's chaotic, it's loud, and it's absolutely wonderful. But just when you think the energy of the city is going to swallow you whole, you can slip into a place like the Majorelle Garden. It's this little pocket of peace and quiet. It was designed by a French artist and later owned by Yves Saint Laurent. The colors are incredible, this intense cobalt blue, which they call Majorelle blue, mixed with bright yellows and lush greens from all the exotic plants and cacti. It's like stepping into a painting. It's a perfect escape, a place to reset your senses before diving back into the beautiful madness of the Medina. And speaking of the Medina, getting lost in its narrow winding alleyways is a rite of passage. Every turn reveals something new, a tiny shop selling beautiful leather bags, a hidden courtyard, the smell of fresh bread from a communal oven, or the magnificent Koutoubia Mosque, whose minaret watches over the entire city. It feels ancient and alive at the same time. You'll also find the Bahia Palace here, a stunning example of Moroccan architecture. The intricate tilework, the painted ceilings, the peaceful courtyards. It was built to be the greatest palace of its time, and you can really feel that ambition and artistry. After a long day of walking, and you will walk a lot, there's nothing better than a traditional hammam. It's a public steam bath where you get scrubbed and cleaned like you've never been scrubbed and cleaned before. You come out feeling reborn, with your skin as soft as a baby's. It's an experience. And then you eat. The food here is just phenomenal. From the sizzling meats in the square to the delicate tagines in a gorgeous Riyadh courtyard, every meal is an event. And the nightlife. It's not just the square. There are rooftop bars with incredible views of the city, where you can sip a drink and watch the stars come out over the Atlas Mountains in the distance. That's the other amazing thing about Marrakech. It's a gateway. You're right at the foothills of the magnificent Atlas Mountains. You can be in the heart of this chaotic, ancient city in the morning, and by the afternoon, you can be hiking in the cool mountain air, looking at snow-capped peaks. Marrakech is a city of 1,000 faces. It's a marketplace, a historical treasure, a garden, a foodie paradise, and an adventure hub all rolled into one. You just have to let it happen to you. Let the city lead you. You won't be disappointed. Okay, have you ever watched a movie set in ancient times, like Gladiator or Game of Thrones, and thought, wow, I wonder where they filmed that? That place looks incredible. Well, chances are, you were looking at this place, Eid Ben Haru. This isn't a set built by Hollywood. This is the real deal. It's Aksar, which is a fortified village made entirely of earth and clay and straw. It's one of the most stunning examples of pre-Saharan architecture you'll ever see. It looks like it grew right out of the ground. Walking through its ancient reddish-brown walls is like stepping back in time. The village is a collection of kasbahs, which are like individual family castles, all clustered together on a hillside. This wasn't just for looks, it was for protection. The whole village is a communal living space, with a mosque, a public square, and even a caravanserai for traders who passed through on the old salt and gold routes. You can feel the history in the walls. A few families still live here, carrying on the traditions of their ancestors in a place that the rest of the world sees on a movie screen. The layout is a beautiful, organic maze. You climb up through narrow, winding passages, under archways, and through dark tunnels. Every corner you turn, you expect to see Russell Crowe come striding out in his gladiator armor. The light filters through the gaps in the buildings, creating these beautiful, dramatic shadows. It's incredibly photogenic. You can see why filmmakers are so drawn to this place. It has a natural drama, a sense of epic history that you just can't replicate. The best part is the climb to the top. You huff and you puff your way up the hill, past the houses and through the narrow alleys until you reach the fortified granary at the very peak. And then, the view. Oh my. You get this breathtaking panoramic view of the surrounding landscape. The dry, rocky riverbed, the palm groves, and the vast barren plains stretching out towards the desert. It's just spectacular. You can see for miles and miles. It makes you appreciate the strategic location of the village and the incredible effort it took to build it. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and for good reason. It's a link to a past way of life, a masterpiece of human ingenuity built with the simplest of materials. It's amazing to think that this structure, made of mud and straw, has survived for centuries, weathering the harsh desert climate. It's more than just a famous filming location. It's a living museum and a testament to the Berber people who built it. It's a place that truly captures the spirit and the raw beauty of southern Morocco. And yes, I did reenact a few scenes from Gladiator, when in Rome, or Eid Ben Haru. If you thought the Sahara was amazing before, wait until you get to Merzouga. This is where the desert really shows off. Merzouga is a small village right on the edge of Erg Chebi, which is this incredible sea of sand dunes. Some of these dunes are over 500 feet high. They are just these massive, majestic mountains of shimmering orange sand. When you arrive, the first thing you want to do is just kick off your shoes and run up one. It's harder than it looks, but the feeling of the soft, warm sand under your feet is just the best. The #1 activity here, and for good reason, is camel trekking. This is the classic desert experience. You get on your camel, you join a caravan, and you head out into the dunes. The silence is profound, broken only by the soft footsteps of the camels on the sand and the gentle encouragement from your guide. As you go deeper into the desert, the village disappears, and it's just you, the camels, and the endless waves of sand. It's incredibly peaceful, almost meditative. You just sway along and soak it all in. And for the thrill seekers among us, you can go sandboarding. It's like snowboarding, but on sand, and you don't need a big puffy jacket. You climb up a giant dune, which is a workout in itself, and then you just fly down. It's so much fun. You'll get sand absolutely everywhere, but it's worth it. For an even bigger adrenaline rush, you can take a 4x4 tour and bash through the dunes. It's like a roller coaster ride through the most beautiful landscape imaginable. The drivers are experts. They make it look so easy. Merzouga is also a fantastic place for birdwatching, believe it or not. There's a seasonal lake, Dayet Shrij, that attracts all sorts of birds, including flamingos. Seeing these bright pink birds against the backdrop of the orange dunes is such a surreal and beautiful sight. It's another one of Morocco's wonderful surprises. This land is full of them, but the real highlight of any trip to Merzouga is spending the night in a Berber tent, deep in the desert. As evening approaches, you settle into your camp. The Berber hosts are the warmest, most welcoming people. They cook you a delicious dinner, and then the music starts. They bring out the drums, and everyone gathers around the campfire. The beat of the Berber music under the vast starry sky is something you will never, ever forget. It's a moment of pure joy and connection. The light in the desert is magical at all times, but at sunrise and sunset, it's just transcendent. The way the light and shadows play on the curves of the dunes. It's a photographer's dream. Merzouga is more than a place. It's a feeling. It's a feeling of peace, adventure, and wonder. Just when you think you have Morocco figured out, the deserts, the cities, you look up and see them. The Atlas Mountains. This immense mountain range cuts right across the country, a rugged spine of rock and snow. It's a whole different world up here. The air is crisp and cool, a welcome relief from the heat of the plains. And the scenery is just jaw-droppingly dramatic. We're talking deep canyons, rushing rivers, and peaks that seem to touch the sky. It's a paradise for anyone who loves the great outdoors. The king of these mountains is Mount Toubkal, the highest peak in North Africa. It's a serious climb, but people come from all over the world to conquer it. Even if you're not a hardcore mountaineer, there are endless hiking trails for every level. You can take a gentle walk through a valley, following a river, and passing through orchards of walnut and cherry trees. Or you can take on a more challenging trek, up to a high pass for incredible views. Every step you take, the landscape seems to change and reveal something new and beautiful. What I love most about the Atlas Mountains, though, are the Berber villages that cling to the hillsides. These villages are built from the same earth and rock as the mountains themselves, so they almost blend into the landscape. The people here have a way of life that has remained unchanged for centuries. They are farmers and shepherds, and their hospitality is legendary. Visiting one of these villages, being invited into a home for a glass of mint tea and a piece of freshly baked bread, it's a truly special experience. It's a glimpse into a simpler, more connected way of life. The wildlife here is unique too. You might spot a Barbary macaque, a species of monkey that lives in the cedar forests, or see eagles soaring high above the peaks. The geology itself is a spectacle. The layers of rock are folded and twisted, telling a story of immense geological forces over millions of years. You'll see colors in the rock that you didn't know existed. Deep reds, purples, and greens. And hidden in the valleys are ancient kasbahs, like the famous Kasbah Tel Aweh, slowly crumbling back into the earth, but still retaining their majestic presence. And here's something you probably don't associate with Morocco skiing. Yes, you can actually go skiing in the Atlas Mountains at a resort called Ukay Maiden. How amazing is that? You could be riding a camel in the Sahara one day and skiing down a snowy slope the next. That's the diversity of this country. The Atlas Mountains are the rugged, beautiful heart of Morocco. They are a place of adventure, of quiet contemplation, and of profound human connection. They remind you of the power of nature and the resilience of the human spirit. If Marrakech is the heart of Morocco, then Fez is its soul. This is the country's cultural and spiritual center. It's a city that doesn't just display its history, it lives and breathes it. At its core is the University of Al-Qarawiyyin, founded in 859 AD by a woman, Fatima al-Fihri, and recognized as the oldest continuously operating university in the world. Think about that. People were studying here centuries before many famous European universities even existed. That sense of deep ancient knowledge kind of permeates the entire city. The main attraction, and honestly the biggest adventure, is the Fez El Bali, the Old Medina. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the largest car-free urban areas in the world. It's a labyrinth of over 9,000 alleyways, some so narrow you can literally touch both walls at once. Getting lost here isn't a possibility, it's a guarantee. But that's the fun of it. You just have to surrender to the maze and let it lead you. Around every corner is a new discovery, a hidden fountain, a bustling souk selling spices or carpets, the sound of artisans hammering metal. One of the most unforgettable experiences in Fez is visiting the Chouara Tannery. Yes, the smell is powerful. It's an ancient pungent aroma of leather and pigeon droppings, which they use in the process. But when you get up on one of the terraces overlooking the pits, the sight is incredible. It's a honeycomb of stone vessels filled with brightly colored dyes, where workers stand knee-deep, treating the hides in the same way their ancestors did for centuries. It's a primal, visceral scene that feels like it's from another millennium. Fez is also a city of incredible artistry. The Bu Inania Madrasa is one of the most beautiful buildings I've ever seen. It's a former Islamic college, and every single inch of it is covered in breathtaking detail. Intricate Zeli tilework, carved plaster, and magnificent cedar woodwork. It's a masterpiece of Marinid architecture. You can also visit the Royal Palace, Dar el Mahsen, and while you can't go inside, you can admire its 7 magnificent, gigantic brass doors. Each one represents a day of the week. The city has a strong Andalusian influence, brought by refugees from Spain centuries ago, which you can hear in its music and see in its architecture. Fez is a city that rewards the curious. You can explore museums, listen to sacred music during the annual festival, and haggle for treasures in the souks. It's a city that challenges you, that sometimes overwhelms you, but ultimately, it completely captivates you. It's a place to slow down, to look closer, and to appreciate the beauty of a world that values tradition and craftsmanship. After the intense energy of Fez, arriving in Chefchaouen feels like a long, cool exhale. Nestled in the foothills of the Rif Mountains, this town is famous for one thing above all else. It's blue. And I don't mean a few blue houses here and there, I mean everything. The walls, the doors, the stairs, the flower pots. It's an entire town washed in every shade of blue imaginable, from sky blue to deep indigo. Walking through its streets feels like you're wandering through a dream, or maybe at the bottom of a calm, beautiful sea. The story goes that the color was introduced by Jewish refugees in the 1930s, who considered blue to be a symbol of the sky, of heaven, and of spiritual connection. Others will tell you a more practical reason. The blue keeps the mosquitoes away. Whatever the true origin, the effect is absolutely enchanting. The color gives the town a serene, peaceful atmosphere that is completely unique. It's a place that just makes you feel calm. It invites you to slow down, to wander aimlessly, and to just be. The town itself is a maze of charming, narrow streets and stairways that wind their way up the mountainside. It's much smaller and more manageable than the Medinas of Fez or Marrakech, so you can get lost without ever really being lost. Every corner you turn is a picture-perfect scene. The blue walls are the perfect backdrop for the bright splashes of color from potted plants, colorful rugs hanging for sale, and the vibrant outfits of the local people. It's a photographer's paradise. I think I've taken about 500 pictures of doors. Just doors. Beyond just admiring the color, there are wonderful things to discover. The town is known for its artisan crafts, especially woven goods and leather products that you won't find elsewhere in Morocco. You can also hike up to the Ras Elma waterfall, where local women still come to do their laundry, and see the water that flows down and gives the city its life. The Spanish influence is also strong here, a remnant of when this area was part of Spanish Morocco. You'll see it in the architecture and hear it in the language, and you have to try the local goat cheese. It's fresh, it's tangy, and it's absolutely delicious, often served with a drizzle of olive oil and some herbs. It's the perfect little snack to enjoy at a cafe in the main square, the Plaza Uta El Hammam, while you watch the world go by. Chefchaouen is the perfect antidote to sensory overload. It's a place to recharge your batteries, to breathe in the fresh mountain air, and to simply enjoy the profound beauty of a place that dared to paint itself a different color. It's pure magic. Morocco's coastline is just as fascinating as its interior, and these 3 cities, Tangier, Rabat, and Casablanca, each have their own completely distinct personality. Let's start with Tangier. This city has a mysterious, international vibe. For decades, it was an international zone, a playground for spies, writers, and artists like the Rolling Stones and William S. Burroughs. You can still feel that bohemian, slightly edgy spirit in its cafes and winding streets. It feels like a city with a lot of secrets. Tangier is where the Atlantic Ocean meets the Mediterranean Sea, and you can go to Cap Spartel to see the exact spot where they collide. It's a powerful, beautiful sight. Nearby are the Caves of Hercules, a mythical grotto where the sea opening is shaped almost exactly like the continent of Africa. It's one of those amazing things that nature just did. The city is a blend of European and Moroccan culture, a port city that has always looked outwards to the rest of the world. It's a fascinating place to just wander and imagine the stories its walls could tell. Next, we have Rabat, the capital of Morocco. Rabat is more laid back and orderly than the other imperial cities, but it's packed with incredible history. You have the massive Hassan Tower, the beginning of a mosque that was intended to be the largest in the world, but was never finished. Right next to it is the beautiful mausoleum of Mohammed V, a masterpiece of modern Moroccan craftsmanship. The city's Kasbah, the Kasbah of the Udayas, is a beautiful fortified city within a city, with blue and white streets that feel like a miniature Chefchaouen overlooking the ocean. Rabat is a city of grand boulevards, beautiful gardens like the Andalusian gardens, and a growing contemporary art scene with the fantastic Mohammed VI Museum of Modern and Contemporary Art. It's a city that beautifully balances its role as a modern administrative center with its deep historical roots. It feels regal and relaxed at the same time, a place where you can explore ancient ruins in the morning and stroll along a modern seaside promenade in the afternoon. It's a truly lovely, livable city. And finally, Casablanca. The name alone is iconic, thanks to the movie. While the movie was filmed in Hollywood, you can visit a recreation of Rick's Cafe, which is a lot of fun, but the real star of Casablanca is the Hassan II Mosque. It's one of the largest mosques in the world, and it is absolutely breathtaking. Part of it is built right over the Atlantic Ocean, so it feels like it's floating. Its minaret is the second tallest in the world, and the detail inside and out is just staggering. It's a modern marvel of architecture and faith. Casablanca is Morocco's economic powerhouse, a bustling modern metropolis with beautiful Art Deco architecture, a lively corniche, great shopping, and the country's largest port. It's the face of modern Morocco, looking confidently toward the future. Wow, what a journey! From the endless silent sands of the Sahara to the noisy beautiful chaos of the Marrakech Medina. From the blue dream of Chefchaouen to the mighty peaks of the Atlas Mountains. Morocco is not just one thing, it's 1,000 different, wonderful things all at once. It's a country that engages every single one of your senses and fills your heart right up. The sights, the sounds, the smells. But most of all, the tastes. And even more than the tastes, the people, the warmth, the hospitality, the smiles. That's the real magic of this place. I always say that travel is the best way to make the world a smaller, friendlier place. You share a meal with someone, you share a laugh, and suddenly, they're not strangers anymore. They're friends. And I feel like I've made so many new friends here in Morocco. Every glass of mint tea was a welcome, every tagine was a hug, and every conversation was a gift. This country has a way of reminding you of the beauty of human connection and the simple joys of life. I'm leaving with a full stomach and an even fuller heart. So my advice to you is simple. Go. If you ever have the chance, just go. Let yourself get lost in the alleyways, try all the food, talk to people, climb a dune, and look up at the stars. Let Morocco happen to you. Thank you so much for coming on this incredible adventure with me. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And remember, wherever you go, be a traveler, not a tourist. Be open, be kind, and be hungry. Until next time, my friends. I'll see you on the next trip.